Okay, so we want to simplify radical expressions that are roots of perfect powers. What do we mean by perfect powers? Well, depending on the index of the root of the radical, we want to be able to find powers that are directly divisible. And this is where that idea of having a fractional exponent is really, really handy. Let me show you why. Let's talk about this one, where we have the square root of x to the 10th. How could we do that? Well, we could recognize that x to the 10 is the square of 5, but if you don't recognize that, I think it might be more helpful to rewrite this in the fractional exponent form. In other words, this is like saying x to the 10th power raised to the 1/2. And if you recall your rules for exponents, this is like saying x, it's not very good x, but that's all right, it'll work, to the 10 times 1/2. All right, what's 10 times 1/2, everybody? All right, you can put your hands down now. Yes, it's 5, right? X to the 5th power. Well, that is our reduced fraction right here. 5, remember, is the square of 5. When you square that, x to the 5th, when you square that, is going to give us 10 as a power. Therefore, the square root of x to the 10th is 5. All right. As a matter of fact, anytime we have a square root and we have a nice even power, it's going to come out like this. Let me give you another example right here. Let's take on this one where we have x squared y to the 6th. Probably easiest, in a way, to handle it as x squared and y to the 6th raised to the 1/2 power. Now when we distribute that 1/2 power, check this out. X to the 2 times 1/2 times y to the 6 times 1/2. Well, you certainly recognize what's going to happen here. 2 times 1/2 is just to the 1st power. Y to the 6 times 1/2, 6 times 1/2 becomes 3. Or we might just write it as x y to the 3 as our answer here. Okay, one more. Square root of 49 a to the 4th b to the 2nd. Well, it might be helpful here, and we can abbreviate a couple of things to rewrite this and say, well, again, we've got 49, we're taking a square root of that, times a to the 4th times b to the 2nd raised to the 1/2 power. Well, that 1/2 power goes to everything in the expression. So we're taking 49 and raising it to the 1/2 power. We're taking a to the 4th, and we're multiplying the 4 times the 1/2 here as our exponent. And of course, it's b squared, and the 2 is multiplied by the 1/2 power right here. So when we work that out, well, of course, 49 to the 1/2, what is that? That's still the square root of 49, right? Nothing new right there. So we're going to get 7 on account of that. 4 times 1/2 is 2. So we're going to get a squared here. And 2 times 1/2 is 1. So our reduced expression here would be 7a squared b when it is reduced out of the radical.